Hi friends, welcome back. I hope you noticed there's something different with today's video because I'm not using my phone to film anymore. I'm using an actual camera. I got this Sony ZV-1 on Black Friday and I'm still trying to figure out how it works. Since my last video, some of you DM'd me on Instagram asking me why I moved from California to Seattle. I thought I'll make a video and tell you why. Let's talk about why I moved to Silicon Valley in the first place. Well, right after graduation, in the winter of 2019, I started working as a software engineer in Silicon Valley. Before that, I was starting in Texas. Back then, Silicon Valley to me was a place to be for people in tech. I was really excited as to what life might be like in Silicon Valley because it is where the tech industry was born. The name Silicon Valley is associated with the birth of silicon transistors, which is used in all microprocessors today. However, with the tech boom in the late 90s and early 2000s, a lot of tech companies are headquartered there. There were many reasons I wanted to be in the Bay. I've always heard the number of available job opportunities and the best place to be if you want to be a software engineer or work in tech. With all my excitement and curiosity, I moved to an apartment in Sunnyvale, which is about 20 minutes drive from some of the big tech companies, including Google, Apple, Microsoft, and LinkedIn. I spent 2 years in the Bay, and during my time there, I visited a lot of local cafes, ate at great restaurants, started my first full-time job, and met a lot of great people. I went to a lot of surrounding places during the weekend and also holidays. For example, San Francisco, Lake Tahoe, Napa Valley, and so much more. I did all this while paying $3,100 a month for a 600 square foot apartment. Sure, it had a lot of amenities like gym, study room, and the swimming pool. But how many of this was I actually using? Rent is only one part of the monthly cost. I was also being charged for parking and trash. All put together, the total amount came out to $3,500 a month. What I've noticed is that the Bay Area paints a very pretty picture. But with the declining quality of life and higher standard of living, not everyone can survive in the Bay. Groceries were really expensive, and there was traffic everywhere. I was never a person that enjoyed spending time commuting. On good days, it took me 20 minutes to get to work. But that was during the pandemic when not too many people drove to work. Later, post-pandemic, it took me around 40 minutes to get to work. When you live in the Bay Area, most of the people you meet are also from the Bay and in tech, like-minded people living together. This does promote exchange of ideas and fosters great learning opportunities. But people don't realize how cutthroat the culture can get. Let me give you an example. When you sit down at a restaurant, most of the times you will overhear conversations about higher TC, more leak code, and interview questions. To some, it might be motivational, but not for me. When the company allowed remote work, I talked with my manager. Luckily, they approved my remote working requests, and I have the privilege to move to a place I prefer to work. A lot of thought and effort went into making this decision. And then I packed and moved to Seattle. It was bittersweet, but I'm glad I made the call. This wasn't the first time I've been to Seattle, and it was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. A lot of factors went into it. I've been to Seattle several times before and have a family here. I just love the vibe of the city and its diversity. I'm a huge coffee addict, and it is just so cool to be living in a city that is known for its coffee. I really enjoy hiking too, and the greater Seattle area has some of the best hikes I've ever been on. I've also made a few vlogs about living in Seattle. With the rise of remote work and the power of online productivity software, it turns out you can have a successful career and a great career growth from just about anywhere. We all need to find a place that aligns with what we want. Well, that's all. I hope you liked today's video. And let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time.